This is like the 18th take I've done of this. Seriously, guys. Like, I get up to the 2-minute mark and screw it up, and then I have to start again. Anyway, Zed here, bringing you a UU match, which is against Trainerfuchsia. I'm using just a pretty standard-ish UU team that I put together the other day, so it should be fun and should be interesting to use. And he's got pretty much standard stuff as well. So let's roll with it. So I lead off with Darmanitan as he leads off with Jolteon. I'm actually a Scarf set, so going to be able to get that Earthquake on Jolteon at the start of the game. Kind of fearing a Sash a little bit, but it's probably unlikely because most Jolteon would be choiced or just like a subset or something. So I'm actually going to get an early 6-5 lead, which is great. So he's going to bring in a Heracross, knowing I'm Scarfed, knowing that I'm locked into Earthquake now that he can resist it, and he could be Scarfed himself. He could potentially be bluffing that, but I know that any hit can be taken with Sauron because I obviously resist Megahorn and I don't take anything from close combat and Stone Edge in neutral, so take the hit beautifully as I go for the Nightshade on the switch. Didn't want to go for the Will-O-Wisp obviously because Heracross has Guts 100% of the time, and if it isn't 100% of the time then it has Swarm if you're running like a sub-punch set like me sometimes, which I do. So he goes for the Stealth Rock, which is not a problem. I'm going to taunt him. Unfortunately I'm slower, so I'm not going to get that taunt off before he sets up Stealth Rock, but I can shut him down in terms of roaring because he does have roar on this set and he won't be able to use it as long as he's taunted, so he can't shuffle my team around. So he's going to go for the Scald. He's going to get the burn off the 30% chance. I'm going to go for the 75% chance of hitting a burn, and I miss. So there's logic for you people. There is the logic of this game, which is just great. Absolutely great. So at this point I'm kind of angry and I'm like, well, I'm going to hit this Will-O-Wisp whether it takes me 10 times or 20 times or even 100 times. And I hit it and it's on the Heracross, and now I'm like, oh, well, this is just great. This is terrible right now because I've given him Guts and he can kill me easily with a Night Slash. I didn't want to switch there because if I'd gone to a Registeel, he may well have predicted that and gone for the close combat. Though he wasn't really in a position to do so, but I was kind of scared of it anyway. I just wanted to leave Sauron in with Death Fodder, get myself a safe switch to my Scarf Darmanitan, and hopefully go for the Flare Blitz to clean him out. But he has a safe switch into Darmanitan, which is his Porygon 2 with Eviolite, and this thing is probably packing a bit more defense than special defense because judging by the amount this Flare Blitz does, I'm really disappointed actually how much. It's just under half, and I wanted it to do a bit more, but I just find in general with this Darmanitan set it doesn't do just enough damage that I need it to because it is a Jolly Scarf as opposed to an Adamant. So I may decide to switch that up in the future. I probably will try it and see how much Adamant does, and hopefully it'll do better for me. So I know he's just going to want to stall my recoil and recover constantly, so I don't want to be doing that. I'm also taking a hell of a lot from Stealth Rock switching, and I don't have a spinner, so I just want to be preserving Darmanitan as much as I can. It's quite a big threat to a lot of his team, so it's just generally good to keep it alive. So I brought in Registeel there because Porygon 2 can basically do nothing to me, and it gives me a free opportunity to set up Stealth Rock. He's going to go to Machamp, which obviously is going to force me out into one of my ghosts, which is Sableye, because my other ghost is dead. So I'm going to go to Sableye. I called him Prick because he's just a prick. He really is. It's Sableye, man. He's just the biggest absolute asshole in the world in this current metagame. So, after dodging the Dynamic Punch, I'm going to be able to set up a substitute freely as he switches into Empoleon, and that thing is... it can't really do too much to me. I'm going to be able to take Scald relatively well. Hope I don't get the burn. But I can just hit him with a Will-O-Wisp and, you know, not really be afraid of that. I can also hit him with a Confuse Ray. Hope to get some, you know, residual damage going, but he shows me Roar here, which allows me to not get the Confuse Ray off, which is slightly annoying. And I'm going to go out into my Darmanitan, who is going to... at this point, I'm thinking he's going to over-predict and think that I'm going to go for something like the Flare Blitz predicting Porygon 2 or something. But I'm just going to make the obvious play, going to go for the Earthquake, and hopefully take him out. And this is why I said that I should run Adamant, because the Empoleon lives with a Smidgen as horrible, and I just like cry myself to sleep because he just lives with that little Smidgen hanging on, and unfortunately I don't think Burn's going to take him out, so he's going to live with a tiny little baby Smidgen, and not good at all. So in comes my Prick, oh god, that sounded fucking stupid. In comes the Prick, which is a Sableye, and I'm going to sub up as he actually roars. I'm like, well, I forgot about Roar. How can I forget about this silly thing? Really annoying, because that's going to just mean I get rid of my health a bit more and annoy myself a bit more. I could have just gone for the Confuse Ray and and let him die. But no, I had to set up a sub because I was just whatever. Anyway, in comes Ryan, which is the Rhyperior, because it's Ryan who has the greatest sets in the world of all time. And he brings in a Machamp. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I wasn't sure if I was going to outspeed or not, but apparently I do. And apparently freaking Choice Banded Rhyperior brings the power to the party, because he just kills the Machamp. Machamp is a bulky thing. It really is a bulky thing, but I just kill it, just dies. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that he's going to go for the close combat. He wouldn't want to risk going for the Night Slash at that point, because Rhyperior can easily take him out. So he's going to just go for the close combat, and I get a safe switch into Sableye, which is fantastic. So I'm going to be able to set up a recover as he switches, see what he goes into, and hopefully just get going from there. So in comes Porygon 2, and the really frustrating thing about this is that Porygon 2 is generally faster than Sableye, and because he has Trace, he traces my Prankster, which means that he can now get off priority Toxic on me. So I cannot stay in, because his priority on Toxic will go before my substitute priority. So I have to switch. I know he's most likely just going to go for the status move Toxic or Thunder Wave or whatever he's packing. So I'm going to go into Registeel to take it, and he goes for the Toxic. So it's fantastic, because in comes Registeel, and it doesn't take anything from it. And now I sped up this portion, because all this is really is a section of stalling between the both of us. Iron Head's doing nothing to him, Seismic Toss is doing a bit more, and we're both paralyzed because he got the Discharge power and I'm Thunder Waved him. And so this is basically just both of us thinking, you know, we can both just stay in here and do nothing to each other. The thing is, I can outstall him because I have just more PP of stuff, and also I got Stealth Rock and stuff, so it's more PP, and I have Seismic Toss. That's what I was trying to say. Seismic Toss will do a lot more to him than Discharge or Ice Beam is doing to me, so I am at the relative advantage over what his situation is. So at this point though, we both double switch on the same turn, and he's going to get the benefit of it because he's going to go into Heracross, and as opposed to me, because I'm going to go into Rhyperior. Now I know he's most likely going to predict here, because he needs to in order to you know, make the game work for him, to make him give him an advantage. So I'm going to predict him to predict my switch to Sableye, and thus I'm going to go into Registeel to resist the predicted Night Slash, which puts me in a great position, because now he's choice locked into Night Slash. He has to switch. If he switches in again, Burn and Stealth Rock as a combination are going to kill him, but I know he's going to go to Raticate on this turn, because what else is he going to go to finish the job off? So I'm going to go into Rhyperior, hoping that Raticate can do pretty much nothing to me, and I am correct in that fact, because all he has to hit me really is Sucker Punch. The other thing he would have had is like Facade or something else, and it allows me to kill him with an Earthquake, which is great. So through a couple of prediction games there with Registeel and a couple of switches, I've put myself at a good footing, and I'm now really in a position where I can you know, clear out the rest of his guys. So in comes Porygon 2. An Earthquake is going to do a lot of damage, but as I said before, this thing is probably invested into defense, seeing how well it took my Flare Blitz and seeing how well it took Choice Banded Adam and Earthquake with Stab. That is a really bulky Porygon set. So his options here are either to recover and hope for me not to crit him, or for him to just go play it out for the Ice Beam and hope to kill. Ice Beam will not kill, and I was 100% sure it wouldn't because of Solid Rock, lack of stab, and lack of special attack investment, but unfortunately he's going to crit me, which means I'm going to go down. So I do have a safe switch in to kill off the Porygon 2. It is at such low health now that anything can really kill it. So I'm going to go to Roserade my plant, and my plant is going to use a Sludge Bomb and just plant him in a flower pot, and he's going to die. So that's great. So in comes Heracross. At this point, all I need to do is let something die, and he will die on the next turn from Burn. So I decide to let him kill Sableye because it's a prick and is going to die. So that's fantastic. The Burn is going to finish off the Heracross, which that Heracross would really cause me a lot of issues because of that freaking Guts boost. But fortunately, it is gone, and that's great. So I managed to take that victory. I think it was a 2-0 or something along those lines. But yeah, really good game, very, very fun match, good UU game to have, and yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say for today. I probably have a Mosh Pit game up tomorrow, so look out for that if you are sub to them. If not, then you can go check out the Mosh Pit and, you know, all that good stuff. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow when I upload and stuff. The quality isn't going to be HD or anything at the moment because I'm at home and I don't have very good internet, so I'll just upload in normal quality. It doesn't really make a difference, to be honest, but whatever, you can make a judgment on that for yourselves accordingly. So leave me a like if you did enjoy, that would be fantastic, and I will see you guys on the flip side. So catch you soon. Bye.